Welcome everyone to the Everything Show, episode 237. I'm your host, Matrixlord 212, and I'm with Chris. How you doing, Chris?
How's it going?
All right. Well, as you guys know, I haven't done videos since the first. Over the weekends, besides mourning my dad's birthday on the second, that he's been gone for 10 years. My mom took a turn for the worst on Saturday night at 6:56. My mom passed away, and basically really destroyed me on the weekend. I was a mess. And we had the wake and the services, and I got to see all my family members from all over, all came together to celebrate the life of my mom, Rose Capriccioso, who was basically a saint. There was not a mean streak in her body. Everybody loved my mother in the world, everybody that in the town and Staten Island all over, and it was just, the outpouring was, extraordinary. And all my friends that came by, and my sister's friends, and it was just very overwhelming, and it was just amazing. My boss came, my former boss, co-workers, just everybody came out, whether they text me, whether they called me, whether they came, they stood by my side. It was just amazing. It was just an amazing thing that all these people showed love for my mother. My mom was always there for everyone. My mom would, somebody needed help, she would run on the street and help somebody. That's the type of person she was. Even if you were a stranger and she didn't know you, something happened, she would be there. She saw something. She was very religious, Catholic, and was very close with the church and the priests and everybody. And my dad used to know Pope John Paul II back in the day. He was big with the church as well. And it was just an amazing experience, very draining. And, I could not, I took a break from the YouTube thing for a while. And all throughout the ceremony, when I was talking to my relatives, I saw, my cousin Tommy Giminella, who he plays Santa Claus every year. And he was on the last Stephen Colbert show. And he was in a lot of different things, Macy's commercials and everything. And, everybody was inspiring me, don't give up, don't stop writing. Everybody was worried about this would affect me in a deep depression, and everybody's like, you continue on, and your mom wouldn't want to see you, just stop everything. And, it was just amazing. And, she will always be in my heart. I'll never forget her. And I know she's in heaven with my dad. And, I am going to be doing more books, and I am going to be doing more things. And I'm here to stay with YouTube too. So, but it was just great to see the love from everyone. So, everybody who has, commented and contacted me and everything, I appreciate it. I love you guys all, and thank you very much. So, okay, now on to the news. Some of these news, I apologize, have hit when this was going on, so I really couldn't cover it. But I am going to talk about certain things sporadically. And, one of the biggest news that hit was the Gambit movie. 20th Century Fox, I'm going to read the article. They've done so much money, $5.5 billion in 2014. Previous record, they had $5.15 billion. Well, actually, the previous record was by Paramount, 5.15 in 2011. So they are very strong since Days of Future Past, X-Men, and they, of course, are expanding the X-Men universe. October 7, 2016 will be the release date for the Channing Tatum X-Men-led spin-off where he plays Gambit. He's also rumored to be appearing as Gambit in X-Men Apocalypse, which comes out in May 2016, as well as Hugh Jackman, who we're not really sure how that's going to work out because that Wolverine would have no memories of Professor X, and being that it's a new timeline, things are probably going to get crazy. But he will be part of the X-Men Apocalypse, which is the X-Men First Class group. So that is, I mean, what do you have to say about that, Chris? I mean, Channing Tatum.
Well, I think that he'll play the part pretty well. At first, when I heard that he was doing it, I also said I said that doesn't make sense. But ever since thinking about it, I think he can play the part really well. And I think that Gambit is definitely a character that deserves his own movie because he's very popular.
Oh yeah.
With the fans and whatnot. I'm not a big X-Men fan.
Yeah.
I do know about Gambit though. However, I think that he's one of the X-Men characters or any real Marvel character who deserves his own movie. He's very interesting. So I
loved when they created Gambit and the kinetic energy that he has with his new power to turn cards into a weapon.
Yes.
I thought it was amazing. And it was often hinted by Mr. Sinister, an evil character in the X-Men universe, that Gambit may be the mysterious third brother to the Summers clan, which is Cyclops and Havoc. Their father was Corsair from the Starjammers that left Earth to travel in space with this group.
Right.
But it was rumored that there were 3 boys, and in the future there was some type of storyline where there's Summers Rebellion or something. So it was rumored because the energy is so similar to Cyclops and Havoc. It's like a weird twist on their power that Gambit may be related, but that has not been proven. And there was also things about Gambit possibly being a traitor in the future, and then there was a romance with Rogue. The relations with Wolverine, with the friendship, the enemy, all different things.
Yeah.
So he's an interesting character. He did appear in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, he did.
But then Wolverine's memory was erased of that whole event.
Yeah.
And all that time before. So
I know not many people were happy with the way he was portrayed in Origins. I didn't think it was that bad, but I think that with his own movie, I think he'll have a better portrayal.
Hi, Brian. How are you?
Hey, Brian.
Hello.
How are you? So, what do you think of you? Big fan of Gambit and the X-Men, Brian?
Like a one. I never.
I mean, do you ever hear of Gambit?
Yeah.
What do you think of him as a superhero? Like, I mean, you like his powers? Do you think he's awesome? He's interesting enough to have his own movie?
Oh, he's gonna have his own movie?
Yes, 2017.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see Gambit have his own
I'm
film.
sorry, 2016, October 7th, 2016. Gambit will have his movie. Yeah. This would follow the X-Men Apocalypse release in the summer of May 2016. Yeah.
But it's going to be a different Gambit than we have.
Yes, the timeline's also changed. So keep that in mind.
And he's being played by Channing Tatum in that movie.
Yes.
Channing Tatum.
22 Jump Street. 21 Jump Street, the big, bulky, muscular guy.
Never saw the Jump Street film, so I don't know.
I don't know. But
I could see them doing a Gambit film. I'd be all for that.
Now, also, I know we're going to switch to news topic. Michael Keaton, his career has been resurging since Birdman, which I have not seen yet. I want to see that. They said that he's in talks to join the big budget monster movie King Kong.
He actually joined it today.
He did join it today.
He did join it today. Yep.
Michael Keaton in King Kong.
That cast is stacked.
Tom Hiddleston is Loki. He's going to be in that. J.K. Simmons, who played J. Jonah Jameson. Who else, Chris? Anybody we know?
Well, we got Michael. We just got him.
Michael Keaton starring today.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I don't know if anybody else is going to join the cast. I think they need to get a really strong female role.
Right.
To really like cement the cast into there. Right. I'm happy with it because any monster movie that can get a cast like this is starting to show that monster movies aren't silly anymore. They're not stupid little, B sci-fi movies. Because when you get cast members like this, and in Godzilla with Bryan Cranston.
Right.
I'm going on my wrestling thing here. Bryan Cranston and Ken Watanabe and Juliette Binoche. I mean,
right.
You got to believe that these movies are starting to make a big impact in the cinema industry today.
And
I'm hoping this leads to a crossover.
And the thing is that this is a different state of mind in these past couple of years, where when they make movies, they don't make movies as single movies anymore. They have an overall marketing plan, talking multiple pictures. Sequels are automatically thought of when movies are created now. And they plan ahead, like they do announcements. And they announced that King Kong will be multiple movies, okay? This is prequel to King Kong movie. Now, being that if they do it right, they could eventually reboot King Kong with this. And who's to say it has to end that way?
Right.
That he dies from falling off the Empire State Building or the Chrysler Building or whatever at the time. They were the biggest buildings. They could continue it on, and we could see a King Kong versus Godzilla because the same company has Godzilla rights. Now, the twist on that is now somehow Japan's allowed to make Godzilla movies again while we're making movies. Which, you know what, I'm fine with it because as long as we get two interpretations, the original interpretation lives on in Japan, I would watch both.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Same thing. If Sony Pictures did two different Spider-Man universes, one with Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, James Franco, J.K. Simmons, and if they did Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone somehow, Sally Field, I mean, if they continued both of them coexisting at the same time, then do a Shattered Dimensions crossover, I am fine with it. The people in this world are smarter, more intellectual, okay? They could tell the difference that there's two different universes by the name alone, Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man. So King Kong, Godzilla, two different Godzillas going on at the same time, it's believable and it's acceptable.
Yeah.
So maybe this will open up the doors finally for people to stop being closed-minded, and we can have some wonderful movies that are born from this philosophy,
And I'm excited for that for the Japanese Godzilla too, because when they came out, when Toho and Legendary came out, I can't speak today. When Legendary came out and said, we're making two sequels, the sequel's going to come out June 2nd, 2018. I was like, 2018?
That's fall.
That's like at the time, it's like 4 years away. And then when Toho came out and said 2016, I was like, good.
Hey, you know what? If they do that, if Toho could, they could put them out in between each other. Same thing like Evil Dead now. Evil Dead, they reboot the franchise. They did a reboot. They were going to coexist too at the same time. The rebooted universe and the Ash original, that's great.
Yeah.
Let's do that. It's like the video games. You would have 2D and 3D. You'd have your Castlevania Symphony of Night, and then you would have the Lord of Shadows 3D. I mean, it's like you could have both at the same time. There's
I agree.
An audience for both.
That way, if some audience doesn't like one, but they like the other, they pick and choose what they want to see. Exactly.
So I am all for King Kong sequels and Godzilla sequels, and Japan doing Godzilla, and Godzilla doing here too at the same time. I'm loving this. Great news, Brian. How are you, Brian?
Sorry.
What's crack-a-lacking, dude? What are you wearing? What are you wearing in your shirt? What does that say? It's Batman?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Ready for Batman vs. Superman?
Nah.
No? Okay.
The movie's gonna sing.
It's gonna sing?
Yeah, it's gonna just bomb.
All right. We're gonna have to get an article that you're interested in.
I have to say, I'm excited for Batman and Superman just because like I just want to see what's gonna happen. It's either gonna be really good or really bad.
I want to see because it's funny how they said Wonder Woman movie's definitely happening, and then they said it's not happening.
Yeah,
I'm thinking they're getting scared. They're like, oh my god, if this tanks, they're committed to like 20 movies.
Yeah.
So forget that.
Batman vs Superman's gonna bomb. No, it's just.
We'll see.
I want to see Ben Affleck as Batman. I know I wasn't happy when he first got announced, but I want to see it. Like I'm like, I got to see what it's going to be like. Because
me too, man. Me too. I definitely have to see that.
I don't know.
All right. So next news. Producer Mark Platt says that if all goes well, the film adaptation of the beloved musical Wicked will finally be hitting cinemas in 2016. A report emerged not long ago from View Cinemas CEO Tim Richards had cited that the film is as a highlight of the 2016 release calendar. I didn't see Wicked yet on Broadway, but I do want to see it eventually. So maybe me and Sharon can go see that before the. Well, actually, if the movie's released, they'll probably pull the play, right? I know they did that with Annie, so I don't know if they'll pull the play, but that's the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
You know that, right? Yeah, with the sisters.
I heard the play. I didn't know what it was about, though.
Yeah, not interested, Brian?
No.
No. This is hard for Brian. He's tough audience here for Brian. All right, Brian, what do you want me to talk about, bro? It's getting rough, man. It's getting rough. How about Netflix? Can we talk about Netflix?
Netflix!
Daredevil.
Yeah, let's talk about Daredevil. As we announced before in the Everything Show, Marvel has an overall plan with Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, I believe. All these movies are going to have years on Netflix, and they're going to lead into the Defenders show, which is going to be years. So, you're going to have years of Daredevil, years of 4 shows, basically, and then they all come together in the last episode of each or one big thing, and then they have the Defenders series. So it's Marvel's having an overall plan, just like the movies. Hold on.
What are your thoughts on that, Brian?
Awesome.
That's it? That's all you got? It's just awesome? Hey, I mean, it sounds good to me. As long, at least their TV shows is incorporated into their movies.
I'm just looking forward for the Netflix original series of Daredevil.
There's always time for pizza in your life. Just to let you know, we just got pizza now.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes.
Always time for pizza. It could be during podcasts. It could be always time for pizza. Always. Just remember that. That's the New Year's speech. Yeah. Resolution? Always time for pizza.
That's part of like the Italian national anthem.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
No, that's the ginger ale one.
That's okay. Whatever. I saw that. I saw that by the.
Now we have to ask.
Yeah, that's not my Schweppes. Yeah, that's all right. We'll have to deal with that.
Yeah, but it depends on what kind of pizza.
Oh God, I had toxic pizza the other day. It was like I made fun of it because I went to the wake just empty stomach and I got sick. I was weak. So I said, let me eat before I go to the wake. And I had like 3 slices of pizza. I'm not going to say the name of the pizzeria, but the cheese was like Terminator 2. Like the thing, it was like a Terminator forming from the pizza, like liquidy, weird metal cheese. And I got so sick during the service that my spine was like somebody was stabbing my spine. I don't know what the hell happened. And I was beyond. I was in agony. I'm like, oh, I Advils, everything. I was in massive pain. First time ever I had bad pizza that actually made me feel like that. So not going to that place anymore. But
I like.
Gonna ring in the new year, a new podcast with a bite of a slice, and there you go.
I like Pizza Hut pizza.
I miss New York pizza so much.
Oh,
I do.
right?
I do.
New York pizza, baby.
I've been down here for like 14 years, and
Oh my God!
it's just
Teach them how to make pizza, bro. Teach them.
Pizza Hut.
It's so scary. It really is. And Brian, yeah, you're right. Pizza Hut is good if you're looking for a really fast,
Oh yeah, I know. There's different styles, There's like, where they put the heart into it. Then there's this Pizza Hut I like. Those pizzas I like. Papa John's, Domino's.
I'm only a Pizza Hut guy.
They have a stuffed crust.
I don't really.
All right, off topic. Now, I want to finish it off with the article. You want to read the article, Chris? Do you have it, or?
I don't have it. Which one are you talking about?
The Daredevil. Oh, let me read it. Here we go. All right, so see, Jessica Jones. They're doing. It's going to premiere 2016. Luke Cage, 2016. It doesn't say anything about Iron Fist. I think that was the was it Iron Fist? Yeah, Iron Fist, I think. But Daredevil starts what, April?
I think so.
Yeah. Very excited about that. Very excited about that. I think Marvel's going to take over Netflix. And they're going to have tons of shows from now on.
Yep.
You know what I want them to bring back? I want them to bring back the Spider-Man animated series.
Yes.
Just continue. He's married to Mary Jane and just go.
What, the one that used to be on Fox Kids?
Yeah, I love that. Why can't they do that? Can't they get the same animators? Why does it have to be this crappy animation that they have now?
Ultimate Spider-Man's not that bad.
No?
The show they have on now. Because they incorporate... Like, it's kind of like Spider-Man and Friends because, like, he's got like a younger group with him.
Right.
And they'll have other Marvel heroes. Like, they'll have the Hulk and Daredevil. I think was on it once. Deadpool was on it once too, and he was hilarious on that show. And I'm not a Deadpool fan, but he was hilarious on that show.
Are you talking about the one that with Drake Bell as the voice of Spider-Man?
Oh, I'm not sure.
That's the other Spider-Man, isn't it?
It might be.
Spectacular.
Yeah, that was the one before that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Spectacular Spider-Man, I think, was Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, no, that was the MTV one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a weird show, the MTV one.
I don't know how that ended.
Did that end? Like, I thought just
that ended badly, actually. That ended badly. Where he gave up being Spider-Man forever. He threw the thing in the water.
Yeah, because he heard a
I was ill.
He hurt a civilian, and he...
Oh.
That was terrible.
He didn't want that to happen again, so he just gave up being Spider-Man.
Terrible. All right. So, besides that, gang, the Ant-Man trailer. Yeah.
Woo!
What do you think, Brian?
Oh,
See the trailer?
I thought it was great.
You like the trailer?
Yeah, I like the trailer. I thought it was everything I wanted to see and expect for Ant-Man.
I don't think you had enough. What do you think, Chris?
I had the same reaction that I had with the first Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, where I didn't dislike it, but I was kind of watching it and I just said, okay.
I'm going to reserve judgment that it's, because Guardians I got wrong totally when I first saw it. It was terrible. And it was my favorite movie of all time of Marvel. So I'm just going to seek, but I find the trailer lacking, so to speak. So
I have to say the suit looks amazing. The Ant-Man suit looks unbelievably good. Props to whoever made it. I mean, they did a great job.
What I'm looking forward to with the movies, though, is
what are you looking for, Brian? With your voice. What are you looking for? You bloody bastard!
The Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yes.
Of course. Who isn't looking forward to that, man?
4 days. We got a new trailer. 4 days.
And I showed you guys, I'm a huge Vision fan. I have the Vision bust. I
Oh,
showed
that was something else. I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to cut you off. They revealed Ultron's origin a few days ago. The new origin that he has in this movie and Vision.
I thought Ultron's gonna be Jarvis.
No.
Vision's going to be Jarvis, right?
I think Vision is Jarvis, but this is a spoiler, so if you guys don't want to know Ultron, stop watching here.
Go.
3, 2, 1. Ultron. Oh, you don't want to hear, Brian?
Bye, Brian.
You know what? I'll drop out for a couple.
All right. We're going to end it after that anyway, so
okay.
Take care, brother.
I don't want to ruin it for him. Okay. Basically, Ultron is apparently, he's being made by Tony Stark, who finds a program or some sort of AI in Chitauri technology.
Oh, no.
And he somehow uses it. I guess he's going to use it to try and make the Iron Legion, or at least one of the suits in the Iron Legion, or not suits, but robots in the Iron Legion, is going to be Ultron, obviously. So that's how they're going to tie Ultron to the bigger storyline with Thanos and whatnot. At first, I didn't like that because I was like, that's kind of weird. But the more I thought about it and the more I talked to people about it, it does make sense as to why they're doing that. And Vision,
so it's like he doesn't create him, but he does create him? Like the program is there to create him?
Yeah, he doesn't develop the AI itself. The AI evolves as time goes on, like the normal Ultron story. It's just that he's obviously not being made by Pym. And,
which I'm not happy about, but whatever.
And that's how that goes. As for Vision, I believe he's also being made by Tony Stark and Bruce Banner in this movie.
Okay, all right.
And they revealed that he has his powers. He can change his molecules. He can fire energy beams. I think he can fly.
Okay.
But he looks great too. Whoever did the designing to bring the character Ultron and Vision to the big screen, unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable.
I can't wait. All right, guys, that's been the Everything Show 237. We'll be back with regular podcasts now following today. If I don't do any later, which probably do them tomorrow. But I may be off tomorrow, I'm not sure. But other than that, thank you guys for being with me every step of the way. Appreciate it. Brian, thank you. Chris, take care. Bye for now.